South Meeting House, a Puritan place of worship that was built in 1729 and today functions as a museum. The Old South Meeting House was one of the largest buildings in Boston in the 18th century, if you can believe it. It served as sort of an overflow town hall for when the much smaller Faneuil Hall was too crowded. It's most famous for being the site of 4 meetings that took place in 1773 to discuss the recently passed and hated Tea Act.
I say I'm too late, got nothing in my brain.
I just can't believe what Britain did to me. Made an act of tea. Made an act of tea. The East India Company granted a monopoly. 773. 773. They just keep taxing, never think of asking. Colonists of Boston, let's protest, saying it's gotta be alright. And we're going on a boat. Better grab a coat. We're just gonna dump it off. It's the middle of the night.
The Old South Meeting House was the biggest building in all of colonial Boston and the stage for some of the most dramatic events leading up to the American Revolution, including the meeting that occurred on December 16, 1773, where over 300 tons of taxable tea sat in the holds of 3 ships. If the tea was unloaded, a tax would have to be paid to England, and people did not want to pay that tea tax. 5,000 colonists crowded into Old South Meeting House to decide what was to be done with the tea. After the failure of the final attempt to have the tea sent back to England, Samuel Adams addressed the crowd saying, "This meeting can do nothing more to save the country." These words were rumored to be a secret signal to the Sons of Liberty disguised as Mohawk Indians to march down to Griffin's Wharf and destroy 340 crates of tea, dumping them into the harbor. This famous event became known as the Boston Tea Party.